I want to bring in Joe Marino quickly, if I could, in response to Frank Meola, his challenger. Joe, can you talk about the fact that your city chair is primarying you here?
Good morning, guys. Look, I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I'm not the first person in the world that's been, a younger candidate that's trying to be pushed out by, some old guard stuff and, the backroom, idiocy of it all. Look, everyone has a right to run. It's flattering that, the city's been doing so well and people are kind of jumping over themselves to do it. So I welcome the challenge, and, I'm looking forward to debating issues and talking about those with anyone that wants to, including Mr. Meola.
All right, you talked about some issues, said that you're not representing the district, whether it's the streets or whether it's flooding issues, that people are reaching out to you and you're not getting the job done for them. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, look, the saving grace is, the truth can always combat lies. All those things are on record with the DPW. When you talk about filling potholes, I'm tired of filling potholes. I've filled hundreds of potholes in the district. That's why we came out with that $75 million roads package. Filling potholes is nice, and doing those things is great for the people. And believe me when I tell you, again, they're on record that I have. I don't miss one phone call from my constituency ever. Ever do I do that. But, filling potholes is great, but when you got a $75 million roads package, I think that's what people are more looking forward to than, putting about a pound of asphalt in front of their house that rips up after 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we always do. Trees and quality of life issues, they've always been near and dear to my heart, and that's why I've stayed in the 4th Ward.
He called you an obstructionist and cited the issue of the Stewarts over there on Culver Ave. You want to talk about that?
Sure, yeah. No, I think I heard that part. I think he said it was overturned by a court case. That's unequivocally false. What happened then and what happened now is, again, just miscommunication from the administration down to the people. No one was ever against Stewarts. I was one of 7, by the way, that voted to not rezone the district so we can keep a house. And that was it from the beginning. We told Stewarts, and I talked to them, at length all the way through this process, that there was no need to rezone a house. And I don't know if you noticed, but we don't have a lot of single-family owner-occupied housing stock in the city to go around. So to knock one down in an effort to build the Stewarts that was clearly that had enough room, because as of right now we're all enjoying our ice creams and milkshakes, it's there, and it went there the right way. And I thought that was, outside of the communication and the public politics of it, I thought Stewarts was tremendous in that whole endeavor. They've been great, and they've been a great neighbor right now.
Hospital downtown. You, I believe, are for the hospital downtown. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, without a doubt. Like everyone, and it's not uncommon, we're looking into the financing of it and making sure that we can afford it. And I think the way that we could do that is to increase revenue. And we have revenue options on the table that we can, put $600,000 into our budget but not bankrupt the city.
Yeah.
Because right now that doesn't seem to be the case. So, that's what I'm looking forward to getting back in there and doing, is fighting for new revenue, fighting for sales tax redistribution, discussing with, Rob Esch in the Utica Auditorium and Tony Pacini what we could do in that area to, bring tourists in, things like that. So those are big deal items for us, because we're not going to be able to cut our way out of paying for anything. I don't care what it is, a hospital, or a fence. We need to bring new revenue in, and that's something that I'm really interested in.
So you feel the mayor did the right thing by moving forward on the parking garage?
I think the mayor showed leadership. Yeah, absolutely. But the fact is, I was under the impression that the council was going to have a say, so we can really get into it. But yeah, I think if it was his legal right to sign that agreement, then so be it, and that's what the lawyers have told us. So
do you feel it was his legal right to do that?
That's what I've been told. Yeah. So if the lawyers have both said,
yep.
Our attorney and Bill Borrell have both said it was his legal right to do it without the council. So be it. If that's his right as an executive, absolutely.
Joe Marino is running for re-election in a primary today, Democrat primary in the city of Utica, being challenged by Frank Meola.
Do you have a different opinion on that? Do you think the council should have had to approve the city basically agreeing to a 30-year financial, $600,000 a year for 30 years? Do you think the council should weigh in on that?
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that a council should weigh in on decisions of that magnitude all the time. Yeah, I am. But again, I'm not second-guessing it. The fact is that if he had the legal authority to do it, then so be it. But yeah, I do believe that the council should have weighed in on it.
At the end of the day, you would have. The
passed
thought
it
is
anyway.
They would have, right?
No, it would have passed. It really would have, but there would have been public. See, that's the thing. When you're talking about the council, you're talking about at least. I mean, it's not a ton, but at least you get 2 meetings a month where people can come and voice their concerns, and the council can deliberate it in public. So those kind of things would have been. They would have been valuable, I think.
Term limits, where are you on that? And I say the mayors because we've been able to uncover that the people out that are getting petitions signed seem to be tied to the mayor. To say that it is not, I know that Frank tries to say that this is not the mayor's initiative. We believe there's plenty of proof out there that shows that the mayor's closest people are the ones that are out there carrying these petitions. Is it possible that still ends up on the ballot?
According to Charlie Brown, the Corporation Council, he gave a timeline saying September 7th was the last day to file their new round of signatures. I don't know that they completed that.
We don't know yet. Okay.
I'm too worried about my district. But to worry about getting signatures.
So, are you for or against the extension of term limits?
I'm against it.
Okay.
I'm against it wholeheartedly. I mean, it got nothing to do with this mayor. I generally believe that term limits are a good thing. They offer cycles. This particular one, the issue in and of itself is absurd.
Frank Meola has been, since he's been on the program here, we've had him on twice, seems to be very supportive of Mayor Palmieri, supportive of the term limit extension. Do you think that you, on the other hand, might be considered a thorn in the mayor's side at times? Do you think that the fact that your city chair is challenging you might have something to do with the fact that the mayor might not be overly happy with you right now?
Perhaps. You'd have to ask them, but I could tell you this. I wasn't elected to make the mayor feel good or the city Democratic chair feel good about himself. I was elected to represent the people, and I've been on the same side as the mayor on a few issues, and I've been against them on a few. I just refuse to go in there and do everything I'm told.
All right.
That's a good answer.
One final plea to the voters today. Noon till 9 p.m. The polls are open. If you're in Joe's district, you will have a primary today. One final plea there, Joe.
Yeah, no, thank you, Bill, and thanks, guys, for having me. We've got a lot of things to do left in East Utica. We laid out an 8-year plan. I'd like to continue that plan. I got 2 years left, and I'd be honored if you come out and vote for me. But just in general, if you just go out and vote and exercise your right to the freedoms that we have, that's good enough. But naturally, if you're in East Utica, I'd like you to come out and vote for me, and let's continue to roll this ship. I've been through 6 of the worst years of the city, and we're kind of finally turning around and going somewhere. So I'd like to be there to see this through.
Joe Marino, thanks. Good luck, and we'll maybe talk to you tomorrow.
Gentlemen, thanks so much.
Councilman Joe Marino in a primary today.